Okay, here we are, day 23. We're gonna do like we did yesterday. In fact, we'll do a little bit different. We will do a warm up, and then we're looking at a brand new tune which just uses your normal notes. Because I just want to just get as many tunes to you as possible. And if you don't master all these tunes as we go through them, that's not a problem. At the end of the course, I'm going to email you a book with all the tunes in it, and you can just practice at your leisure. But I want you to just see exactly how much you can get out of just a small number of notes. Anyway. Let's do a warm up. We're doing pivots, okay? So we're going to start, and I'm going to put a second finger on the second fret on the E string, and I'm going to, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to put our first finger on the first fret on the E string, and we're going to walk our second finger over. So that's now second fret B. I'm going to try and keep those two held down, and then I'm going to lift my first finger and get it to the first fret on the G. So I'm skipping, pivoting over. And then my second finger will do over to there. And this sounds incredibly strange, but I'm just getting you used to walking your fingers across strings and across frets. So I'm going to do the same in reverse now. So starting second fret on the lower E, first fret A, second fret D, first fret G, second fret B, first fret E. Alright, let's do the same thing now, but with our second and third fingers. So second fret E, third fret B, second G, third D, second B. How is that? Now we're going to do a kind of three finger motion. So you're going to go third fret to second to first as you go across the strings, and then reverse it, second to third to first, first, third, second, first, second, third. Totally confused? Me too. Right, so what we're going to look at, our tune for the day is this, Auld Lang Syne. And so as always, have a good read through the music first. And I've written the words across the top in really bad handwriting, but just so you can think of the words as you play the tune. Otherwise, the numbers in their own might just look weird and not really show you the timing. So if you think of the words as you play. All right, so have a good read. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it now. I don't want you to play along yet. I want you to read it through and listen to what I'm playing as you read the music. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you're going to join in, but before you do, let's look at bar number 4. You're going up to the 5th fret. I want you to kind of shuffle along, use your third finger, so you're going from 3 to 5, and then you're going from 5 to 3. And I want you to use that third finger for all those notes, so just shuffling your hand along, so when you get back to there, your hand's back in position. Alright? So after 3, 1, 2, 3. And jump, 2, 3. Alright, now don't worry if you didn't keep up with all of that. If you want to spend a few minutes now just playing that for yourself, off you go. Like I say, just use the words to get the idea of the timing, take it nice and slow, and you'll be grand. And so if you want to pause and do that, off you go. If not, we're getting back to our 12 bar blues. Now, First of all, let's have a look at the sheet again. And a good look. Right. We're going to strum it. Now I'm just going to strum one chord. No. If you're still learning this and you're still getting used to chord changes, then I just want you to strum on the first beat. Just one strum for every bar. So 1, 2, 3, next bar. If you're starting to feel comfortable with the shapes of the chords and you think you're getting your changes quite good now, and you want to extend this a little bit, start to just fill in some of the extra beats that you've got in a bar. So for example, this is the top line. This is just the E chord for 4 bars. And I could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, down, down, down. See, I'm doing this. I'm doing mainly downstrokes. I'm going 1, then 2, 3, just downstrokes. But the 4, I'm doing 4 and I'm doing down, up, just for that last beat of the bar. So again, it'll be like this. And try and emphasize beat number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, down, up. And you can do that on all the chords. I'm going to the second line now. So now, if you're watching there closely, you might have noticed that when I'm changing, when it comes to a point where I've got to change between one chord and another, I'm using that upstroke and I'm taking my fingers off the fretboard and just letting the chord just be open strings while I move to the next chord. I'm going down, up, just giving myself that fraction of a second to move chord, and it doesn't sound too bad, even though for half a beat there, you're just hitting all the open strings, so it's not really the proper chord, but no one's going to notice. You'll get away with it, I promise. So if you want to join in like that, feel free. If you just want to do single strokes, marking each bar, it's more important to be in time and get nice clean chords at this time. So anyway, let's do it. We're going to do it with our backing track, and we're going to do it 2 times through. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Changing. And so on and so on. So like I said before, this is just a continuous pattern. When you're doing a 12-bar blues song, this is what will just keep on repeating through the whole song. So it's essential that you get familiar with knowing where you are in the cycle. You know, you need to just get that. It's quite a long pattern, so you need to get it in your head, so you can just be very comfortable with it. I want to do the same thing we did yesterday with our root notes, okay? You ready? So just the open strings along with a beat. We're going to just go once through, and I want you to concentrate on emphasizing beat number 1 of every bar. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and emphasize. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, change to 8, 3, 4. Beat. Chords. Get ready, let's go. 2, 3, 4, and okay, how do you do? Hopefully it's a little bit smoother than it was yesterday. Now, I want to do something totally different before we finish today. I know I said there's no more new stuff coming, but then I remembered I haven't shown you how to play G chord yet, and you really should know how to play G. Alright, so there's a chord box if you want to have a little look at that first and decide if you can do it by yourself. If you want to try that, pause and I won't spoil it for you. Okay, so we're going to put second finger, 3rd fret on the E string, first finger, 2nd fret on the A string, and then we're going to leave the D and the G open, and we're going to put our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret B and our little finger on the 3rd fret E. So this is quite a mission. Okay, so I'll just do that in reverse. Little finger, 3rd fret E, 3rd finger, 3rd fret B, skip the G, skip the D, first finger is 2nd fret A, and 2nd finger is 3rd fret low E. G chord. So you really do have to get right up on your fingertips, like all chords really. Okay, no chord is easy. So make sure you can hear everything. So if you just want to have a little practice of that, just strum through it a little bit. And that is us, done for the day. Got another busy one tomorrow. Alright, see you then.